Rapid English, no cap. Yeah, Rapid English, no cap. Listen, learn, and you'll speak ASAP with Rapid English, no cap.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Rapid English No Cap, the podcast where we talk about real, everyday English. No textbook stuff, no boring grammar drills, just real talk, real conversation, the kind of English you actually need out in the world.
That's right. I'm Alex.
And I'm Lily. And okay, today's topic, I'm genuinely a little obsessed with it.
Same, honestly. Same.
We are talking about the drive-thru, like how to pull up, order fast food, and sound like a total native English speaker doing it.
And this is one of those situations where the pressure is real. There's a car behind you, the speaker is crackling, someone's waiting for you to order, and your brain just freezes.
Completely blanks. And then you end up saying something like, I would like to purchase 1 hamburger, please.
Oh no. Yeah, nobody talks like that.
Nobody. And by the end of this episode, you are not going to do that. You're going to sound smooth, confident, totally natural at any drive-thru.
And before we dive in, stick around for our textbook versus no cap segment, which we drop somewhere in the middle of every episode.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite parts. So basically, every episode, we take one rule that textbooks teach you, and we show you what native speakers actually do in real life. Because, spoiler, it's usually very, very different.
Very different. It's only about 60 seconds, but trust me, it's worth it. Don't skip it.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so Lily, have you ever had a genuinely rough drive-thru experience? Like from a language standpoint?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this happened to a friend of mine who was learning English. She pulled up to the drive-thru and the worker said, "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?" And she just panicked. And she said, "Yes, I want the chicken, the big one," and then just trailed off.
Oh no, oh no, no, no.
And the worker just went, "The Big Mac?" And she was like, yes, that one. And honestly, it worked out fine. They figured it out.
Right, and that's actually a really important point. Drive-thru workers deal with hundreds of orders a day. They are very good at figuring out what you mean, so don't be too hard on yourself if it's a little messy.
Totally. But it still feels embarrassing in the moment, right? So let's just set you up so you feel confident before you even pull up to the speaker.
Yes, okay, so let's start from the top. You roll up to the drive-thru. The worker usually opens with something like, "Welcome to Burger King. What can I get for you?" Or maybe, "Go ahead with your order." That phrase, "go ahead," just means start talking. I'm listening.
And sometimes they'll say, "What'll it be?" which is super casual, short for "what will it be?" It just means, "What do you want?"
Right, so once they're done, you start your order. And the number one most natural phrase to use, and I cannot stress this enough, is, "Can I get a..."
Yes. "Can I get a" is everything. Not "I would like to have," not "may I please have." Just, "Can I get a large fries and a Coke?" Simple, fast, totally natural.
And the other really common one, maybe even more casual, is "let me getta," short for "let me get." You'll hear this constantly at fast food places.
So your two go-to openers, "Can I get a" or "let me get a." Either one makes you sound like you know exactly what you're doing.
Now, customizing your order. This is where a lot of people get a little nervous, but it's actually really straightforward. You just say what you want changed right after the item. Like, "Can I get a cheeseburger, no pickles, extra sauce?"
Yeah, and there's this great phrase, "hold the," which means leave it out, skip it. So "hold the onions" means don't put onions on it. "Hold the mayo." Super native sounding.
I love "hold the." It just sounds so effortlessly American. And if you want more of something, just say extra. Extra cheese, extra crispy, extra sauce. Easy.
Okay, and what about making it a combo? Because this trips people up sometimes. So, a combo is basically a meal deal. You get the main item, the fries, and a drink all together for one price. And if you want that, you say, "Can I make that a combo?" Or the worker might ask you first.
Right. They often ask, do you want to make it a combo or would you like to make that a meal? And then they'll ask what size, small, medium, or large.
And each fast food place has its own little thing. Like at Wendy's, they might say biggie size instead of large. And at some places, they ask what drink right after. So just listen and respond to what they ask. It's like a mini conversation.
Exactly. And when you're done ordering, they'll often say, is that everything? Or anything else for you? And you can say, yeah, that's it. Or that'll do it. Or nope, that's all.
That'll do it is one of my favorites. It just sounds so natural. I say it all the time.
Same. Okay, what about when they mishear you? Because that definitely happens.
Oh, all the time. So most of the time, the worker will repeat your order back to you to confirm. And if something's wrong, you just say, "Actually, I wanted that without cheese." Or, "Oh, sorry, I said no onions." Nice and simple. You don't need to make a big deal out of it.
Right. You don't need to go, I beg your pardon. I believe there has been a misunderstanding. Nobody has time for that.
Definitely not. Just a calm, "actually," or, "oh, wait, I meant," and you're good.
Okay, that is a perfect moment to hit pause on the conversation because it is time for our favorite segment.
Textbook versus no cap.
All right, today's rule, and this one genuinely drives me crazy, is never end a sentence with a preposition. The textbook says, do not finish your sentence with words like at, with, on, or for. Supposedly, it's grammatically incorrect.
And here is your reality check. Native speakers break this rule constantly, like every single day. Where are you at? Who did you come with? What are you waiting for? All of these end in a preposition. All of these are completely, totally normal.
And if you try to follow the textbook rule, it sounds incredibly stiff. Instead of, who did you go with, you'd have to say, with whom did you go? And people would look at you like you were from another century.
And here is my absolute favorite thing about this rule. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, was supposedly corrected by an editor for ending a sentence with a preposition, and he wrote back, "This is the kind of nonsense up with which I will not put."
He was mocking the rule by following it perfectly and showing how ridiculous it sounds. Genius. So, end your sentences with prepositions. You'll sound way more natural. No cap.
Okay, we are back, and I have to bring up something we haven't talked about yet. And honestly, it might be the most stressful part of the whole drive-thru experience.
Ooh, the speaker?
The speaker. Those drive-thru speakers are genuinely terrible. Like, it sounds like someone is talking through a broken walkie-talkie while a truck drives by. And this is stressful for everyone, not just language learners. So please don't feel embarrassed if you can't understand.
Seriously, it's not you. It's literally the equipment. I've been speaking English my whole life, and I still sometimes go, what did they just say?
Right. So if you don't catch what they said, just say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." Both are totally polite and totally natural.
You can even just say, sorry, with your voice going up at the end, like a question. That one word alone communicates, I didn't understand. Please say it again. It works perfectly.
Mm-hmm. And you can even say, "I'm sorry, the speaker's a little hard to hear," which is honest, and they definitely hear that all day long. No judgment at all.
Okay, now let's talk about what happens after you order. You pull up to the first window. That's usually the payment window. They tell you your total. It might sound like, your total's $4.79, meaning $4.79.
Right. And you hand them cash or your card. If you're paying with cash and you want to leave a tip, you can say, keep the change. That means they get to keep any extra money you've given them. It's a really common, friendly phrase.
Yeah, keep the change. Very natural. And if you're paying by card, they might say, tap here, or go ahead and insert your card. Just follow their lead. It's pretty straightforward.
Then you pull up to the second window, the pickup window, where you get your actual food. Someone hands you a bag and says, here you go, or there you are, and you just say thanks or thank you so much. That's it. Super easy.
And sometimes your order isn't ready yet, and they ask you to wait. They might say, can you pull up to the first parking spot? That just means go park in a designated spot, and they'll bring your food out to you.
And if you're waiting at the window and it's taking a second, it's perfectly fine to say, no rush, take your time. That phrase, no rush, is so natural. It shows you're patient and relaxed and not stressed about waiting.
Love that one. Okay, I also want to come back to something real quick. The difference between can I get a and I want a, because both work, but they feel a tiny bit different.
Yeah, good point. So, can I get a feels a little more polite and casual. It's like you're making a friendly request. I want a is completely fine too, just slightly more direct. Not rude at all, just assertive.
And then there's I'll have the number 3 medium with a lemonade. That one sounds super confident and smooth. Very natural.
So to recap, you're ordering openers. Can I get a? Let me get a? I'll have a? Any of these. And you sound like you've been doing this your whole life.
You are officially drive-thru ready. I'm proud of you.
Ha! Okay, all right. That's going to do it for today's episode of Rapid English No Cap. We covered so much. Drive-through phrases, how to customize your order, what to do when the speaker is terrible, payment window expressions, and of course, our textbook versus no cap moment.
That Churchill quote is going to live in my head rent-free forever, honestly.
Same. Okay, here is your challenge for this week. The next time you go to any food place, drive-through, fast food counter, coffee shop, anything, try using just one phrase from today. Can I get a? Or hold the? Or that'll do it. Just one. Start small.
That's it. One phrase. You've got this. And if you try it and it goes well, or even if it goes hilariously wrong, we want to hear about it.
Yes! Thank you so much for listening to Rapid English No Cap today. It genuinely means the world to us that you're here, learning with us, showing up for yourself. Keep going. You're doing amazing.
If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with a friend who's also learning English. The more, the merrier. And we'll catch you in the next one.
See you next time. Keep it real, keep practicing, and remember, no cap, you've absolutely got this.
Later.
Hey, you want to learn English fast?
No cap. Is your speaking game moving kinda slow? We got the cheat code, it's time you know. Rapid English, no cap. Yeah, Rapid English, no cap. Listen, learn, and you'll speak ASAP with Rapid English, no cap.